A. Hello everyone. My name is Alexander Yakovlev. I am a partner solution architect at Microsoft. Today, I will share my insights on best practices for security and license management in Dynamics 365 AI ERP, with a focus on compliance, cost optimization, and governance. A. Starting in 2026, Microsoft introduced mandatory user license validation for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. The validation rollout is tied to each customer's contract renewal or anniversary date. Within 15 days after renewal, validation kicks in, followed by a 15-day grace period to ensure appropriate licensing. These license validation updates shift Dynamics 365 AI ERP from a reporting-centric approach to an enforced compliance model, emphasizing license-to-role accuracy and helping enterprises manage access, costs, and compliance more effectively. A. In Dynamics 365 AI ERP, Entra ID users are provisioned with the following license types. Full User Enterprise License provides complete access to one application functionality, for example, finance. Premium License includes all enterprise capabilities plus access to advanced add-on applications, such as demand planning for supply chain management and business performance planning for finance. Operations License grants access to a limited, role-based set of capabilities across all Dynamics 365 AI ERP applications. Team Member License allows read-only access to all Dynamics 365 AI ERP data and supports essential scenarios, including entering expenses or updating contact information. HR Self-Service License enables employee and manager self-service features, such as submitting absence or vacation requests and viewing benefits information. A. When a user requires full access to more than one application, for example, finance and supply chain management, the following cost-efficient licensing approach can be used. The user's first application license must be the highest-priced license assigned to that individual, the base license. Every full-access user is required to have a base license. Additional applications can then be licensed using attached licenses, which are significantly lower in cost. Attached licenses can only be assigned to users who already hold a qualifying base license. A single user may have multiple attached licenses if needed. Base and attached licenses provide the same core functionality. The only difference between them is the price. A. What steps can be done by Dynamics 365 ERP customer to make the transition process more clear and predictable? Before beginning the security role management process, it is recommended to review the currently implemented Dynamics 365 functionality and either optimize existing security roles or create new ones. You can use the Business Process Catalog developed by Microsoft Fast Track team as the foundation for this analysis. For process visualization, tools such as Microsoft Visio or Mavim, an advanced business process modeling platform, can be used. The outcome of this exercise should be a set of business processes described at the operational level, with each operation mapped to the security role responsible for performing it. The next step is to create new security roles using security governance capabilities. This allows you to record the actions performed by a business user, after which the system automatically generates a security role containing only the permissions needed to execute the recorded tasks. It is also advisable to establish an internal process for managing license-related costs. This includes defining who approves data access within specific business areas, who owns the corresponding budgets, and who is responsible for purchasing additional licenses. Once the analysis is completed, the organization can begin establishing the license and security role management process. A typical process may include the following steps. Step 1. Request submission. A user or the user's representative, such as a manager, submits a request to add or remove a security role. Step 2. License impact assessment. A designated specialist reviews the requested change, recalculates the user's required license set, and verifies whether an appropriate license is available. Step 3. Approval workflow. The request is routed for approval. Line manager confirms the general business need. Functional or data owner approves access to the specific functional area or dataset. License manager validates license availability. If a license is available, it is assigned. If not, an additional approval or escalation process is initiated with. Step 4. Licensed user list validation. If no suitable license is available, one option is to revoke the license from another user who does not require it. Step 6. License procurement. If no licenses can be freed, a new license must be purchased following the organization's procurement process. A. Currently, Dynamics 365 AI ERP does not provide built-in functionality to automate user access or security role requests. Security roles must be assigned manually by administrators, and all related activities are typically performed outside the system. As a result, organizations often lack a complete history of requests, approvals, and changes. Administrators are also responsible for calculating the appropriate license set for each user. This becomes particularly challenging when a user has multiple security roles, as the resulting license combination may not be straightforward. In many organizations, security roles are described at a high level, for example, accountant. However, users may struggle to identify which role grants access to a specific function, such as generating a vendor rebate statement report or creating charges on a purchase order. In some cases, users may already have the necessary permissions, but are unaware of where to find the relevant functionality. To address these challenges, it is highly beneficial to implement an application that supports creating and submitting user access requests, calculating the optimal license set for the user, capturing and tracking approval steps, identifying available licenses, automatically assigning the appropriate license to the user. A. Let's review 2 examples of how license requirements change when a user adds or removes a security role. Example 1. The user currently has security role 1, which requires an operations license. The user now needs to add security role 2, which requires a full user license. In this situation, the operations license must be removed and replaced with a full user license. Later, if the user decides to remove security role 2, the full user license should be revoked and the operations license reassigned. A. Example 2. The user currently has a security role that requires a full user base license for supply chain management, SCM. The user now needs to be assigned role 3, which requires a full user license for finance. In this scenario, the finance license will be assigned as an attached license. Later, the user decides to remove the role associated with the SCM base license. In this case, the following 3 actions are required. Remove the full user SCM base license. Remove the full user finance attach license. Assign a full user finance base license. A. On a nutshell. To prepare to new licensing approach, your current implemented functionality and user tasks must be clearly documented. Security roles should be optimized to include only the permissions truly required by each user. There is no out-of-the-box functionality for submitting or managing user security role requests. The system does not provide visibility into why a user has certain permissions or who approved them. License management processes are not formalized and rely entirely on manual assignment. License level calculation is performed manually, typically by an administrator. Process automation is essential.